Hello, welcome back to another episode of Big O's Moto. Hope everybody's doing all right. And all those on Big O Moto 2 on Rumble channel, if you're watching, welcome. It's another episode with my Mike Owens with the Big O's Moto, making two strokes great again. Hope everybody's doing well. Just give you a little update. This will be a short video, just a few minutes. I rode this bike, done a 10-minute break-in in first gear, and it has developed a head gasket leak, and I've got to change the head gasket out, and I've got to change the carburetor out. That Mikuni has been too hard to jet, and I've read a lot of reviews online and YouTube and thumpertalk.com. And everybody says, get rid of the Mikuni, get you a Keihin or get an Electron. I was going to try to get Electron, but they've gotten too expensive. Electron, Millitron, I think it's called. For this bike was over $600. So I found a Keihin carburetor with a JD jetting kit for a little over $300. And everything I've read about Keihin has been great. If you use the right jetting or JD jetting kits, what's recommended. So I'm just going to show you how how this thing behaves when you crank with a Mikuni. And then like I said, I'm waiting for the carburetor to come in today in the mail, and I'll get it on today. We won't do a video for that. And then when I get it on and get it jetted and get everything hooked back up, you'll see the difference in how it cranks. But yeah, I got to put this Pro X head gasket on because it's leaking coolant in the floor. And I'm going to get that today while we're waiting on the carburetor to come in. So let me just show you how this thing acts when you crank it with a Mikuni carburetor. And then you get back together. Let's see. Leaving the fuel off so it doesn't flood the carburetor. So what we'll do, I just want to show you how this thing's going to be. Okay, we'll show. And we'll see if it cranks. It may not crank. Let me cut the fuel on, see if that'll help some. May flood it. Guess it's gonna make a liar out of it. Well, there it goes. See, it'll quit, and it won't stay running. And yep, I hear it popping. That's, I think it's coolant coming out somewhere. So yeah, it'll run for just a few minutes and it'll get hot, and then it's, when I go back to try to crank it, it's really hard to crank. So we're gonna go ahead and swap the Mikuni out, because a lot of people just don't like that carburetor. And we've had one in the KX 125, and I tried to get that thing jetted correctly, and it never would run. So I bought a knockoff Keihin Carburator from China and put it on there, and it runs like a top. That bike over there will crank and run, and you can ride the wheels off of it. But this one's not. So this afternoon, hopefully, I'll have everything back on, and we'll button it back up, and we'll see how that Keihin does. Be right back in just a few hours. All right, we got another package in the mail. It's been like Christmas today. I'm getting all kinds of stuff in the mail. My Keihin carburetor came in with the JD jetting kit. I'm about to jet this thing. It's got color-coded jets for different altitudes. I think one's up to 12,000 feet, one's above, and it's got the little jets in there. Comes with an instruction pack. Yeah, there's an instruction pack. Tells you what to do. I'm going to follow the instructions. This is the Keihin carburetor. Brand new Keihin air striker. And I'm going to get this thing on and get it booted back up. It's a little difficult when you hook it up to the air box. I had to take this thing off, hook it to the air box, and then bolt it back on. It kind of does it backwards. But as soon as I get this thing on and follow the instructions and get it back on, we'll fire this back up and see how it does. Okay, gang. Just want to show you this before I put the fuel tank back on. I got the new Keihin air striker with a JD jetting kit in it. The Keihin's in there, and this is a real Keihin. This is not a Japanese, Chinese knockoff. Yeah, you can see it down in there. I have not adjusted the throttle. The air screw set, but the idle's not been set. Got the new head gasket back in. I got that done this morning. Got that squared away. But anyway, I'm fixing to put the fuel tank on. And I'm just going to leave those shrouds down. Well, it'll melt, so I'll get them out of the way. And we'll see if this thing will fire up. But let me get the fuel tank on. And, of course, the throttle cable's not been adjusted. So we don't know how this thing's going to be loud and try to rev to the moon or not. But we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got the, I had to go get a fuel line cut for the bike, because the outlet hose and the fuel tank down the Keihin carburetor is different size. So I'd get some clamps and get it cut where it'll fit. And so this is a cold start. There's the engine. This thing's not going to crank. So we're going to see how this Keihin air striker does with JD jetting kits. That does on the crank. So let's get some soft kicks, and then we'll see how good this thing runs. See how she does. say is you can't go wrong with the Keihin Carburator with JD jetting kit in it. That speaks for itself. See, my seat cover came in. We'll get that put on, but after that, the graphics in this project is pretty much done. So the next time you see, the next time I post a video, this thing will be done. So, and this project will come to conclusion. So with that, thanks for everybody watching Big O's Moto on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And thanks for all those watching on Rumble. Big O Moto 2. Like and subscribe. Show this to your friends that having carburetor issues. Don't stress or sweat trying to get a bike jetted fighting with the Mikuni Keihin